Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
Irish Radio, I'm Jerry Byrne. Now, since the lockdown, I've been speaking to numerous people, and I've got a lady now with a lot of talent, and a lady who was a busy lass in music and had been for a number of years, based in Derry. I'm delighted to say hello and welcome along Sharon Nixon. Sharon, how are you?
Great, Derry. How are you? Thanks very much for having me on the show, and hello to everybody at Irish Radio.
It's a real pleasure, Sharon. Listen, lovely to have you along. Tell me this: how did you become involved in the Irish country music in the first place?
Well, I have been singing for a lot of years, Derry. Both a typical Irish family. Both parents were not in the music, but were interested in music. So there was a lot of music around the house. Went through the station, all that sort of thing, singing in school and all that. And then I started doing karaoke when I was 16. And went onwards from that then, and went out then on a two-piece along with my brother.
Right.
And just progressed from there. And then on the Irish country scene then, I supported Charlie Pride. I was on a television show on the BBC, and I met Charlie Pride. I had the good luck to meet Charlie Pride and God Rest Jamaican, and they asked me if I would be interested in supporting Charlie's gigs that were in Belfast at the time. So I put a band together and we performed the gigs, and from that then I got launched under the Irish country music scene.
That is superb. Well done on it, Sharon. That's
thank you.
That's absolutely excellent. And you were a busy lass doing, what do you call it? You were a busy lass doing up until the lockdown, and you were a busy lass playing in all the various sort of clubs and pubs and all the rest of it, and concerts.
I was doing the local gig scene, and even going over across to Scotland, and it's got a few gigs there for I was with David Hull doing stuff in Scotland, and I did there's a big Case Nest music festival on every year in the Highlands, so I was doing gigs like that as well on occasion.
That is excellent stuff. Well done. Listen, you've taken out an album with a cracking number of I think it's something like 17 tracks on it.
There are 17 tracks on it.
That's
it's called Together. It's called Together.
Together, yeah. I mean, it's how did you put the material together? I mean, there's some real gems on it.
Well, do you know what? There's a really weird story, right? I actually had recorded 3 CDs from the time of the Charlie Pride concert, which was 16 years ago. I did my first album, and then did a second, and then went on to a third. And then I hadn't really pushed it, and I was just happy just doing my gigs and raising my son, and I didn't really push any of the albums or anything like that. And then my daddy would always be saying, "Oh, you need to go for it." My mum and daddy would be very encouraging, and they'd be saying, "Oh, you need to go for it." I'll go for it whenever the time's right. Now, in the meantime, Daddy passed away, and I was after Daddy passed away. I was clearing out under my stairs, right, and I found a money box from the time of one of the albums, and it was packed with money.
Right.
There was nearly £500 on it.
Wow.
And we had been talking about my daddy that day, and before my daddy died, he was saying they pushed the music. And I found this box of money and had all the tickets on it from the gig that night whenever the launch night was on. I said, you know what, that's a sign from Daddy there now to do something. You know, that money's been lying under them stairs for all them years. And I took that money and put it then, and I compiled the 3 albums. Plus I had other wee singles out here and there over the years, and I put all the CDs together and compiled this one.
Excellent.
It was basically just a collection of all my favourite recordings from the CDs that I had done before.
Right. Excellent. Well,
therefore, that's why the first track on it is called Daddy's Hands.
Right.
Because it was a wee memory of my daddy.
Indeed, it's lovely. I have to say, it's lovely, and it is a great collection of songs. I mean, you recorded back in time the Travelling Soldier.
Yeah.
Fabulous song.
The Travelling Soldier there. And
Yeah.
it's very appropriate now because I got married last year and I actually married a soldier, so it's very appropriate now.
Okay. That's the truth on that one. That definitely stands in good stead. Now you've also got a couple of duets on it there. One is with Ryan Turner.
Yes. I was with Ryan Turner's band many years ago, and we recorded this shortly after we got together, and the song is "We Believe in Happy Endings."
Right. Excellent stuff. And another one you're doing a duet with Hugh McMonagle.
Yes, a lovely friend of mine from Donegal, and we recorded that. I actually have that as an individual track as well, not on this album, but on one of the other albums. But myself and Hugh decided to get together that it would be a nice one to do as a duet. So.
Yes, excellent stuff. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done on all the songs. I have to say, it is a cracking album and unusual. And having 17 tracks on it is quite a lot. So definitely something which looks good, and I have to say sounds good as well. Tell me, what have you been doing, Sharon, with yourself since the lockdown and all the rest of it? I mean, it all came to a crushing stop back in March.
That's it. It was a massive shock for the whole world, wasn't it? Really, but I just thought that it was an opportunity then to look inward and see what was really, really important in life and where you wanted to go, and stuff like that. So I did a lot of work on myself first before I decided to do what I was going to do in the music. And then I started doing wee Facebook videos.
Right.
And I set it up in my living room. And at the time, I was a technophobe. I was like so afraid of technology and terrified of moving with the times and being really stuck in the old ways of how music is. And I decided that I was going to learn how to use a computer and how to use a tablet and how to use Facebook Live and stuff like that. So I sat down and taught myself that as well.
Well done.
And pushed that on. So
that is excellent. That's absolutely excellent. You've done cracking stuff, I'll have to say, on the Facebook Live, because I just see on one of them where you did a tribute to the Ireland's Queen of Country, Philomena Begley, with the Queen of the Silver Dollar. I mean, on that, you've in excess of 7,000 views on. I mean, that is astounding.
Thank you so much. Philomena Begley is my hero. She is my favourite. I just absolutely love her voice, I love her performance, I love the person that she is and the hard worker that she is, and just the amazing family woman that she is. I think she's pretty amazing.
Indeed so, definitely, very much so. But I mean, to get like another of your videos like is almost 10,000, and that's just from the song Tennessee Whiskey. I mean, that's we're talking television channels will be very happy to have sort of some of these figures here. Like that is astounding.
That's a great buzz now, I must say. It was pretty incredible, the attention that was gotten. I think it's just one of those things, when you make the decision, they push whatever it is your thing. Music's my thing, so making a decision to really, push my music again, where I was sitting with it in the background, because I was raising my son and I was working and stuff like that, so, and just, having a family life. But now my son's at college now, and I have the time now to get out there and really work.
Right, that's excellent, absolutely excellent. The thing about it is, if there's one thing I think, Sharon, that the whole lockdown, the pandemic, and everything, it has taken technology into a whole new world. I mean, technology was huge as it was, but I think it's showing, sort of the normal guy on the street, the incredible benefit of technology, what you can do, who you can reach, and all of these things. And I think that's something which has been a major plus.
Oh, it really, really is. I've been really surprised now at some of the people that I see on Facebook who are suddenly now, they're willing to embrace the technology, and that's just say even like my mommy, that never would have been had there not been the lockdown. That never would have been, people using FaceTime and stuff like that. But then even people who are already capable of and using the technology, but they progress from that, and what's the word I'm looking for? Boost their knowledge.
Yes.
Boost their knowledge of it.
Indeed, Dennis.
And increase their skills. Do you know what I mean?
Indeed, and it's showing people the phenomenal advantages of the technology, and the reach and the incredible reach and advantage that there are in in technology.
It's really, really valuable, isn't it? It's a very, very useful and valuable tool.
Indeed. I mean,
and I noticed as well, like from some people, it can be very profitable as well.
Yes.
If you're smart with it, when you see that you can reach the world.
Yes, that is it.
If you're clever with it, you can make a lot of money from it too. Indeed
so. It is. It's a completely, it's a completely different, different world, and it's been one huge advantage. I mean, people who are unable, owing to the pandemic, unable to go to religious services and things like that, can just take them, quite literally take them up on their phone and see it, which is absolutely fantastic.
That's right. But just see my friend's mommy, she would have went to mass every day, and she was able to, and she's continued to do it. She listens to mass from Toronto every morning.
Yes.
Which is it's really marvellous, isn't it, that you can even do things like that?
Indeed. If we were to, if somebody had told us in 1980 or indeed even in 1990 that this was going to happen, we really would have laughed.
Oh, jeepers, you would have thought they were bonkers.
Yes. So it just shows where we've moved on, and I think that the technology, I think, for certainly for the arts of music and performance art of any sort, I think it's been a huge benefit.
It really is a massive benefit, and it's a great opportunity as well. How if you are gigging at the weekend, there's you would never get to see anybody else performing. Now you can.
Yes.
Everybody's getting to see everybody else.
That's right, and that's that is the thing, it's which has been absolutely fantastic. You've some people involved in music decided to take to the garden. They've got astounding gardens. Other people decided to paint around the house and do all these things which sort of never go round to. And
you'll never believe what I did during the lockdown. Now, you see, whenever it was complete lockdown and you couldn't leave the house,
yes,
except for essentials, obviously, the non-essential places were closed. Well, our lawnmower broke, and the grass needed cut, and I spent the day and I cut our grass with a pair of scissors.
Wow!
I passed the day, and it was during the summer, so I got a gorgeous colour as well.
That is absolutely brilliant. That really
a pair of wallpapers.
That is just brilliant. It really is. That's excellent. That definitely has got to be the perfect manicured lawn.
I bet you then one shower of rain, it was bad as ever again.
That is priceless. That's one you got to put that on your profile somewhere.
It's on there. Believe me, it's on there. If you scroll through, you'll see the photos of me sitting. I'm down in my hunkers.
Oh, fantastic stuff! Fantastic.
Oh, it was a funny day.
Yeah, well, it just shows. If somebody had mentioned that to you last year, you would have laughed as well. But
jeepers, right. Well, actually, what you're saying about bringing up new skills too. I would always have looked at people's gardens. Oh God, their garden's gorgeous. That's a lovely hobby to have. But I never would have. I've never made the time for stuff like that. And now I'm starting to care a wee bit more, and I'm starting to, looking after my roses, and starting to take care of things. But I have discovered that I actually have a massive talent that nobody else, I would say, in the world has. I can kill mint. apparently you can't kill it. I killed it.
Wow. That is... yes, there you go.
So I'm only new to the gardening scene, so
Right.
that's a wee bit trial and error at the minute.
Right, well, the garden's looking a lot better. I reckon, when it was over, when I've been speaking to a huge amount of singers and musicians and entertainers and all that, and so many of them telling me about, some took up cooking, others took up, as I say, DIY, others took up doing the garden and all the rest of it. And I think when the whole thing is over, it would be well worth doing a tour of some of the gardens and the houses of the entertainers, because they're going to look astounding.
I bet you they're absolutely gorgeous. And it amazed me. I'm very into cooking anyway, and I'm very into baking. But it really, really impressed me how many people were willing to appreciate how beautiful it is to cook.
Indeed. I never actually thought back in the early part of lockdown you couldn't get flour in any shops. And
Nah,
yeah, and I mean, I never ever in my life remember that ever happening before, and I'll have to say it was astounding, and just goes to show you how many people were actually cooking at home and all the rest of it. It really,
they really were, and it's a lovely skill to have.
Indeed.
It really is.
Indeed, so.
And it's very important too, because it's the kitchen's the hub of the home, and you can have a lot of conversation there, and everybody can be involved, and it's really, really beautiful. I love that aspect of it, where it would have brought, families a bit closer together. Maybe people on their own and busy in their lives all the time, and then they're home and they're cooking together and they're doing stuff in the garden, and even helping out with DIY and stuff like that.
Indeed.
There's always a positive.
Indeed.
Isn't there?
Indeed.
Aye.
Indeed. So, Sharon, listen, it's been lovely to catch up with you and hear
Thank
about.
you so much, Derry.
A real pleasure, Sharon. Listen, listen to yourself and your son and hubby and everyone else. Stay safe and well. And listen, as soon as it's safe to do so, I look forward to catching up with you on stage somewhere along the way.
Absolutely, dear. I really, really appreciate this today. Thank you so much.